Qué pena, qué pena. Qué pena. Qué pena. This one means a few things. A few things. You can use this in different situations. Specifically, I believe two. I know two for sure. But qué pena, it's just an expression. Similar to saying what a pity, but it's not exactly that in some situations, because this can be used in let me just show you the meaning of this. Qué pena, qué pena. Que can mean, did you know that que can mean also how? I know that in Spanish the literal translation of que means what, right? But it could also mean how, especially if you are saying, for example, qué bonito, how beautiful. When you just want to express that something is very beautiful, very like something, in general, very, I don't know, very soft, very delicious. Qué delicioso, how delicious. Okay, so just pay attention to that, how que is used in Spanish, because it can mean sometimes how. Pena means pity. It can also be used when you are shy. When you are shy, pena can mean pity or shame. It can also mean sadness. When you feel sadness or sorrow, pena can be used. When it's a trouble as well, pena is very, very versatile. It has quite a few uses in Spanish. It can be used in situations where there's trouble, or you need to do some effort, but it depends on the situation, of course. It can also mean punishment or penalty in some situations, and it refers to embarrassment as well. But once again, it depends how you use it, right? In the context is important. Now, this phrase in general, qué pena, means what a shame. If you want to say what a shame, qué pena, you can use qué pena. Too bad, it's too bad, qué pena. Okay, and also is similar to saying this is so embarrassing. So if you feel embarrassed for, I don't know, whatever reason, you can use qué pena. Qué pena. Maybe you forgot someone's name. You can use this and say, qué pena, me olvidé de tu nombre. How embarrassing, I forgot your name. So you can say qué pena in those situations. It's perfect for those situations as well. As I said before, it could mean this is so embarrassing or how embarrassing. Okay, so this one is a very useful phrase. You can use it in many different situations, and you don't have to worry about anything, because you don't have to conjugate anything. You don't have to worry if it's formal or informal. You don't have to worry about that. Or if it's impolite, it's not impolite. You can use it anywhere. So let's look at some examples using qué pena. Okay, so the first example, that's not the layer. The first example is tropecé y me caí en medio de la calle. Qué pena. Tropecé y me caí en medio de la calle. Qué pena. This means I tripped and fell in the middle of the street. This is so embarrassing. Or how embarrassing. You know, we're not saying too bad or what a shame. It doesn't apply here. You just feel embarrassed. Maybe someone saw you. Maybe, you felt, some people laugh when people fall. It can be a bit funny. It depends how people fall. But in general, it's more concerning than funny. But if you feel embarrassed by it, you can say, qué pena, qué pena. But it can be used in different situations, not only in this kind of situation, You just, if something makes you feel embarrassed, you can say, qué pena. Just to express this is embarrassing. How embarrassing. So let's break this down. Tropecé. You can say me tropecé. Me tropecé, you can say that, or tropecé. Tropecé comes from the verb tropezar, which means to trip, okay? When you fall. So tropecé, you don't have to say yo tropecé. You can say me tropecé. You can use me as well there. Me tropecé y me caí. It's fine. In this situation, you're just saying I tripped, right? So it's okay to say it like that as well. I tripped. Y and me caí. Me caí, that phrase right there means I fell. Okay? Tropecé y me caí. I tripped and fell. Caí comes from the verb caer, which means to fall. Okay? So that is to fall. Tropecé is more like you're tripping. You tripped on something. I don't know. Maybe there was a rock. Maybe your shoe. Something happened to your shoe. Many reasons why you could trip, right? So, tropecé y me caí. I tripped and fell. En medio means in the middle. You don't have to say en el medio because that's wrong. That's a literal thing to say in the middle. If you translate that literally from English into Spanish, en medio is a more common way, the correct way to say in the middle. En medio. Estoy en medio de la gente. I'm in the middle of people, many people. En medio, I don't know, my keys are in the middle. I don't know, in the middle of where? Where are my keys? I don't know. Mis llaves están en medio de los libros. My keys are in the middle of the books, in between the books. So en medio can mean in between and also in the middle. Okay? That's the meaning of en medio. Now, let me just erase this so you can see the word. Of la calle, the street. Qué pena. Qué pena. This is so embarrassing. Qué pena. So, good. Nothing complicated here. You're just describing what happened and you just add in how embarrassing to the sentence. So you can say it at the beginning or at the end of the sentence. Qué pena, me tropecé y me caí en medio de la calle. So it's fine, or you can have it at the end of your sentence. It's fine. Once again, you can say me tropecé. Most Spanish verbs work with reflexive pronouns. So, for example, lavar, me lavé, limpiar, me limpié, tropezar, me tropecé, caer, me caí. Like there's so many, I would say 90% of the Spanish verbs can work with reflexive pronouns. So yeah, it's good to know for sure. It's good to know. Let's look at the last example, and that is it. Last example. So if you have any questions, just let me know. I'll get to them in a second after I talk about the last example. Okay. No pudo venir a la reunión. Qué pena. No pudo venir a la reunión. Qué pena. This means he or she couldn't come to the meeting. What a shame, or that's too bad. Okay, so that's what we're talking about here. So if there's something that you feel that it's too bad that something happened or didn't happen, you can use que pena just to express that. Especially, I mean, it's just a not complicated phrase just to say that that's too bad. Que pena, what a shame. Que pena, you can use que pena in that situation when you want to say what a shame or that's too bad. So let's break this down. No pudo, no, once again, no has many meanings. It can mean didn't, won't, couldn't, wouldn't, no, not. So in this situation, no means couldn't. In English, no, the pronunciation of no is more like no, like the O is a little long. In Spanish, is not that long. So you can say just no. Very similar to the French one, but slightly different. No, it's not a nasal sound. In French, it's a common thing to have nasal sounds, but this one is just a short. It's short. No. So you see the difference. No. It's a short O. Okay. So no pudo, él pudo, ella pudo. So pudo can mean he or she couldn't. We don't need to say él, ella. But if you want, those personal pronouns go before no. Okay? No. So él no pudo, ella no pudo. Okay? When you have no. So you put the personal pronoun here, then no, and then the verb conjugated. Okay? But we don't need to say él, ella, he, she. We don't have to unless we want to be specific. So no pudo means he or she couldn't. Venir. Oh, hang on. Pudo. No pudo. That is an interesting one. Because pudo comes from the verb poder, which means to can, when you can or you are able to do something. But when you say no pudo ... it's like saying she or he couldn't do something. Okay? I know it's not a literal translation, but that's the use of no pudo. But also it can mean, for example, she was not able to do something, or she or he couldn't do something. Okay, even though pudo comes from the verb can. Okay, or to be able. So it's just the idea. This person couldn't do something. So él, ella no pudo. Venir, that's the something. Venir means to come, or just come in this situation. A to the reunión. Reunión means meeting or gathering. Okay? It can be used in, if you have a meeting at work or if you have a gathering with your friends. Essentially, that's the meaning of reunión. Okay? Meeting. Qué pena, qué pena, qué pena. What a shame. That's too bad. So that's it. So remember the meaning of qué pena and specifically how you can use it, the situations where you can use this phrase. So one is when you feel embarrassed. Okay? And it's similar to saying, how embarrassing, this is so embarrassing. Or when you just want to say, what a shame, too bad, that's too bad, okay? Or just too bad. So that's it. Or it's too bad. It's just what this is, how you can use this. I know that the literal translation doesn't help, but I mean, two different languages, English, Spanish, both are different. And we say different things, Literal translations usually don't work in Spanish.